Today I will be presenting the topic, Advancing the Philippine Sugar Industry through Research and Development. Ito po ang contribution ng SRA sa webinar sponsored by the Xavier University. Una po sa lahat, nagpapasalamat kami sa pag-invite sa amin at pagbigay sa amin ng opportunity to share kung anong ginagawa ng SRA dito sa industry kung saan kami nakalaga. Una sa lahat, ang mandate ng SRA, nagmula ito sa Executive Order number 18, which was promulgated May 28, 1986. It created the SRA with the policy that SRA is to promote the growth and development of the sugar industry through greater participation of the private sector. And also another law na nag-strengthen sa SRA at ang development aspect ng mandate nito ay ang Republic Act 10659 or the Sugarcane Industry Development Act, kung saan nakasaad dito ang pag-promote ng competitiveness ng sugar industry sa pamamagitan ng paggamit ng mga resources na nanggagaling sa tubo para ma-improve ang kita ng mga farmers natin at mga farm workers through sa pag-improve ng productivity, product diversification, job generation, among others. And also, we have the Republic Act 9367 or the Biofuels Act of 2006, wherein ang SRA ay naging miyembro ito ng National Biofuels Board para mag-implement ng mga policies para sa Philippine Biofuel Program. Okay? Under SRA are the 29 sugar mills spread all over the country at 4 na bioethanol distilleries. At itong mga bioethanol distilleries natin, sa ngayon ay nag-produce ito ng around 133 million liters bawat taon. At meron ding 14 biomass power plants. Most of them are sugar centrals. At ang 14 biomass power plants na ito ay nagpo-produce ng around 288 megawatts bawat taon. Ngayon, kung ang pag-uusapan natin ay ang area planted to sugarcane, ang Pilipinas ay mayroong 401,969 hectares noong 2019 to 2020 na crop year. At ang production natin ay 2.145 million metric tons. At ang average yield natin bawat hectare is 56.25 tons cane na may 1.85 na 50 kilo bag sugar per tons cane. Okay? At ang hectareage natin ay distributed among the different regions, na kung saan ang Region 6 ay around 55% at ang sa Region 10 is 16%. And the rest of the regions are dito makikita natin sa slides. Region 7, 13%, Region 4A, 6%, and the Regions 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 11, and 12 ay ang kabuuan nila ay 10%. Kung ikumpara natin ang Pilipinas sa ibang bansa, ganito ang productivity natin. Philippines, makikita natin dito na 56 tons cane per hectare na siya compared to Thailand na 72 tons cane per hectare, and Brazil, ang pinakamalaking producer ng sugar sa buong sanlibutan, is 76 tons cane per hectare. India is also a big producer, 70 tons cane per hectare, and Guatemala produces 101 tons cane per hectare. Yan ang productivity natin compared to others. So, ba't mababa ang productivity ng Pilipinas? Makikita natin itong mga problema na kung saan nagpo-pull down ng productivity natin. First, ang lupain sa mga sugarcane farms natin ay mostly acidic na dahil sa monocropping at heavy usage ng commercial fertilizer. So isa yun, kasama ditong fragmented na ang mga farms natin. Kung dati mga plantation size pa ang mga ito, malalaking mga asyendas, malalaking sugarcane farm areas owned by only a few people, dahil sa implementation ng CARP, sa ngayon ay nagkawatak-watak na ang mga ito. Maliliit na ngayon ang mga sugarcane farms natin. In fact, mostly owned by small farmers na. Our small farmers consist around 85% of our farms now. At ang isa pang problema natin ngayon, which is also true sa ibang mga agricultural sectors, ay ang shortage ng farm workers dahil sa migration ng farm labor from the farms towards other undertaking. At ang isa sa pinakamalaking problema na hinaharap natin is climate change. Isa ito sa pinakamalaking factor na kung saan bumababa ang production natin. Ang climate change ay kung makita natin for the last 7 years, nagka-experience tayo ng 3 La Nina at 2 El Nino. So, yun ang nagpababa sa productivity natin. Ano bang ginagawa ng SRA para matugunan natin itong mga problema na ito? Sa pagpasa ng Sugarcane Industry Development Act noong 2015, nagkaroon ng SRA ng block farming program para ma-address natin ang problema sa fragmentation ng farm. As we all know, sugarcane is a plantation crop. Pag ito'y dinivide natin sa maliliit na farms, ay magiging problematic dahil masisira ang economies of scale. So, kailangan ibalik natin ang operation ng sugarcane farms into large-scale operation. Hindi naman natin pwedeng isauli ang mga na-distributed na ng mga sugarcane farms. Ang pwede lang natin gawin, i-organize sila ulit para mag-ibuo sila para magkaroon ng isang single business unit na malaki na which is owned by several farmers. That's the concept of block farming. At to address the labor problem and the reduction of manpower and skills in the sugar industry, ang SIDA ay nag-design ng program na scholarship program. Next is the mechanization. Dahil sa scarcity ng labor, kailangan natin mag-mechanize. Lalo na ang sugarcane farms are mostly heavy soils. So, hindi kaya ng Carabao drone operation na dapat mechanize siya talaga para ma-maximize natin ang productivity. And also to address the rising cost ng hauling from the farms to the mills, ay nagkaroon ng program itong Sugar Industry Development Act na tinatawag natin Farm to Mill Roads to construct concrete cemented roads from the farms to the mills. At also, para magkaroon ng kapital mga maliliit natin na mga farmers, ay nagbigay ng tinatawag natin na socialized credit program under pa rin dito sa SIDA. And lastly, kailangan ng research maging responsive at relevant sa mga pangangailangan ng panahon, relevant para ma-address ang mga problema ng mga farmers natin. So, those are the programs designed to address the issues confronting the sugar industry. So, balikan natin itong Black Farm Program. Ang Black Farm Program is aimed to professionalize the management of small farms. Ang mga farm workers natin ngayon ay mga farm owners na. So, kailangan natin sila i-educate, kailangan natin silang i-transform into farmers to agripreneurs para maging successful ang kanilang farming system at ang kanilang livelihood. Ngayon, ano itong mga tulong na binibigay sa ilalim ng block farming program natin? Itong block farming natin ay isang complete package of assistance. Pinag-aralan namin kung ano itong problema na o mga kakulangan dito sa land distribution ng DAR, lalo na dito sa mga sugarcane farms. At nakita namin na hindi lang land distribution, kundi dapat merong full support. At ang mga nakita namin na kakulangan dito ay itong mga startup capital para sa labor. Hindi naman pwede bigyan natin sila ng lupa na wala naman sila kapital para i-work on the farms. So, binigyan sila ng startup capital sa block farming. Meron ding support for mechanization. May financial literacy training. May training din sa kung paano mag-farming ng sugarcane and also farm management. Mag-establish ng high-yielding variety nursery sa mga block farms. Meron din kaming naibigay ng mga small irrigation systems, among others. At ang isang mahalagang tulong din dito na para constant ang monitoring at ang tulong natin sa mga block farms ay nag-assign ng mga technical personnel para mag-assist sa day-to-day operations ng mga block farms. Sa ngayon, mayroon na tayong mahigit 8,000 block farms all over the country. 4,235 nito ay nasa 4,235 hectares nito ay nasa Visayas at 4,221 hectares nasa Luzon at Mindanao. At ang kabuuan ng block farms natin ay 127 sa Visayas at 86 dito sa Luzon and Mindanao. Ang number of beneficiaries natin or families na natulungan natin under the block farming program sa Visayas ay 3,295 at sa Luzon and Mindanao ay 2,364. Ngayon, ang scholarship program naman na ibinigay sa ilalim ng SIDA ay ang isang scholarship program na kung saan ang mga estudyante na willing mag-aral sa agriculture, agricultural engineering and mechanics, chemical engineering, and sugar technology, and also vocational courses and skills development para magamit ang mga skills na ito sa mga farms at pag-maintain ng mga farm machineries and implements ay ibinigay din under the SIDA. Kung ikay estudyante na nag-aaral sa isang state university and or state college, ay pwede kang mag-avail sa scholarship program ng SRA sa ilalim ng SIDA. Okay. Sa ngayon, we have 343 graduates sa college at sa ngayon, under sa CHED na programa, sa funds natin na dinownload sa CHED, ay meron na tayong 343 graduates out of different courses at may ongoing scholars na 278. At sa SRA naman na scholarship program, merong 26 graduates at 200 ongoing scholars. A total of 369 graduates at 538 ongoing na mga scholars natin. Sa mechanization program ng Sugar Industry Development Act, iba-ibang mga implements at machineries ang naibigay natin. Ang purpose nito ay para magamit siya to improve the land preparation, which in turn will increase farm production, address the lack of labor and manpower, reduce the cost of production, at mapabilis at maging efficient ang farming operations. Ito ang mga naibigay natin na mga uh, farm implements at farm tractors. All in all, dito sa Visayas, nakapagbigay tayo ng 412 different farm implements and tractors to the different beneficiaries. At sa Luzon Mindanao naman, nakapagbigay na tayo ng 186 tractors and farm implements. Sa farm-to-mill roads naman natin, we have a total of 160.88 kilometers constructed in 147 sites spread all over the country. At meron din tayong socialized credit program na kung saan ang interest nito ay mababa lang, 4% siya. At ang tulungan na natin na individual farmers as of now ay around 2,539 with a total amount released of 351.54 million. At ang mga block farms naman, 6 na block farms ang nakapag-avail nito to the tune of 19 million 0.24. At ng mga service provider naman, sila itong mga service provider na bibili sila ng equipment para magiging service provider in the different areas of the sugarcane farms. 3 service providers ang bigyan ng loan under the socialized credit program, which is implemented by Land Bank with an approved amount of 24.85 million, but 16.68 million ang na-release dito. For our research naman, nandito ang mga ginagawa natin sa mga research stations ng SRA. We have 2 research stations, one in Pampanga, and the main research station is in La Granja, Carlota City, Negros. We have soils laboratories. May soils laboratory kami sa Bacolod, meron soils laboratory sa La Granja, Carlota, at may mga soils laboratory na na-establish in the different state universities and colleges at mga mill district development councils. And also, nagpapatuloy ang sugarcane breeding and genomics ng SRA. Ang sugarcane breeding is the anchor of the research ng SRA sa ngayon. At meron din kaming mga ginagawa para sa pest control, which is the production and distribution of trichogramma, biological control para sa mga borers ng sugarcane natin. At patuloy rin ang production natin ng high-yielding variety at ang distribution nito. Ang tissue culture natin ay ating pinalaki kasi makakatulong siya to hasten the production of our high-yielding varieties kasi mas mabilis siya para mag-process ng mga tissue-cultured na planting materials. At nag-produce din kami at nag-distribute for free ng beneficial microorganism para makatulong ito sa fertility at productivity ng mga sugarcane farms natin. Soils laboratory natin ay nagbibigay ng soil sampling analysis at also nagkakandak din kami ng mga sugarcane juice maturity testing and analysis, fertilizer material analysis, among others. And as I have said, we have provided already soils laboratory for state universities and 5 mill district development councils. Nagbigay kami ng 9 million worth na equipment at 2 years worth na supply ng chemicals at 2 years na pasweldo sa mga technician na o-operate nitong mga laboratories dito sa mga state universities. Ang genomics natin is advancing in partnership with the Philippine Genome Center and also University of the Philippines. Nagkakaroon tayo ng mga molecular fingerprinting ng mga sugarcane varieties natin at genome mapping and molecular diagnostics for major sugarcane diseases. And also, gumagamit tayo ng hybridization and marker-assisted breeding. And ang trichogramma production natin, gumagamit tayo ng trichogramma kilonis para i-propagate ito at i-distribute sa mga sugarcane planters natin to control sugarcane borer infestation. Now, as the highlight of our breeding program, nakapag-develop kami ng dalawang climate resilient varieties. As we have identified, ang climate change is a very serious problem. That's why we developed these two varieties to address the issues of El Nino and La Nina. For the El Nino phenomenon or for drought situation, meron tayong Philippine 991793, isang drought-tolerant variety, excellent ratuner. First time kami nakapag-develop ng variety na makapag-ratun up to 10 times at ma-maintain niya pa rin ang yield up to 80 tons per hectare. Mabilis siyang tumubo and high tonnage also. At ito naman ang Philippine 2006-2289, ang variety namin na pinakamalaking demand ngayon is a waterlogging tolerant variety. Siya ang variety na makapag-thrive even during the La Nina kung saan sobra-sobra ang ulan, makapag-tolerate siya nito. It is also a good ratuner. It can ratun 5 to 6 times with a good yield. At ang variety na ito ay napakatamis and also erect siya, hindi siya madaling matumba during the typhoon season. It is self-trussing and also with good tonnage. Itong dalawang variety na ito, ang pinapropagate namin para mapabilis ang pagdami at mapabilis ang pag-distribute sa mga sugarcane farmers natin. And hopefully, it will improve the sugar cane quality at eventually mag-result siya sa magandang efficiency and recovery ng mga sugar mills natin. Itong micropropagation natin, ayan, makikita natin on the screen ang mga tissue cultured na sugarcane high-yielding varieties natin. As I said, this is 10 times faster than the traditional propagation using sugarcane cane points. At itong beneficial microorganism natin is also very good dahil ang source nito ay molasses. Ang molasses minimix namin at kung saan dito kinukulture natin ang beneficial microorganism, a very efficient sugarcane specific beneficial microorganism na makapag-fix ng nitrogen from the atmosphere at pwede niyang ma-fix ang amount equivalent to the 40% requirement ng sugarcane, 40% requirement ng nitrogen ng sugarcane, whereby pwede natin ma-reduce ang chemical fertilizer natin, nitrogen by around 40% at ma-maintain pa rin natin ang yield dito. Okay. Yun lang. Kung may mga questions kayo, pwede natin entertain. Maraming salamat po.
So okay, let's start our open forum of our Q&A with this first question po. So somebody is asking po, attorney, can our production sufficiently meet the country's requirement for food energy, and beverages, given the challenges that you have mentioned earlier?
Thank you very much for that question mo. Actually, as of crop year 2020-2021, ang sufficiency level natin po sa sugarcane or sa sugar supply natin versus the demand is 90%. So medyo may kakulangan konti. That's the goal that we are setting for ourselves na mapunuan natin yung around 10% na kakulangan. So right now we're last year actually we've been importing para sa mga beverage producers, ang mga malalaking mga producers like the soft drinks companies para sa industrial requirement nila. So that's around the only 10%.
I see. Okay. Okay, since you've already mentioned din po no, na, about our that we are importing, especially for soft drinks. So somebody is asking then, what is the import-export situation of our sugar supply here in the Philippines?
We are in the past years we've been exporting to the US. That's our US quota because ang Philippines ay isang preferred country sa US quota. We're trying to maintain that. So that's the traditional na classification ng asukal natin. Export to the US and then the rest is domestic consumption. But this crop year, seeing that we are a bit short because of the La Nina phenomenon, in-stop namin in the middle of the crop year yung exports to the US. So lahat papunta muna sa domestic consumption. That's the export-import situation as of now.
I see. So hopefully po no we can siguro in the next crop years we can continue na or we can resume the exportation to the US of our sugar products then. So let's proceed po to our next question. What are the initial investment required to start a sugarcane farming business, and what is the minimum area needed to have a profitable sugarcane enterprise? Further, what is the profit to cost ratio of sugarcane?
To answer that, no, I'll go directly to the requirements ng economies of scale. Sa presentation ko na-mention ko yan, no, na the reason why we're requiring around a minimum of 30 hectares para sa mga black farms natin in order to qualify is because the 30 hectares is the threshold ng economies of scale sa sugarcane farming. Meaning below that, medyo mahirapan ka, magre-rent ka na ng machinery tractors for land preparation at ang profitability mo magiging affected. So ideally, not less than 30 hectares. At ang direct cost natin as of now per hectare is around 85,000 per hectare. Ang profitability naman, ang mga black farms natin, sila yung pinaka, kung baga, compared to the other farms na well-financed and well-managed, sila yung mga nasa baba. Ang report namin sa GCG, kasi ang GCG ang nagmo-monitor ng income ng mga black farms natin, ay on the average of 56,000 pesos per hectare ang gross income nila.
I see. Thank you so much for that, no, attorney. So, malaki-laki rin.
I would like to make a clarification. No? Ang gross income na sinabi ko ay kasama yung meal share na 30%. So,
Okay.
70% of that goes to the
Feeding.
farmers
Mm. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for that. So again, it's
as net na
yes, at least 13 hectares para sulit
30,
yung 30,
30,
yes. 30,
30.
sorry, 30 para sulit rin yung lahat ng mechanization, paggamit ng tractors na ilalagay nyo sa inyong sugarcane field or sa farm nyo. So yun, medyo malawak-lawak na lupa ang kailangan. So okay, let's move to our next question po. So, yes, since we've talked about na now about the capital that our farmers need, so somebody is asking din po, how can our smallholder farmers avail the credit program that you have mentioned earlier? And what are the requirements and the payment scheme?
Meron po kaming mga guidelines with regards sa socialized credit and also for the block farming program. Ang gagawin lang po ng mga natin, ng mga farmers natin, kung gusto nilang mag-join sa mag-avail ng mga programs na yan sa block farming and sa socialized credit, magpadala lang po sila ng mga letter of intent nila, tapos bibigyan sila namin ng mga forms to fill up. Siguro itong mga forms na ito pwede ko rin i-send by email dito sa Xavier University. Pero sa bawat mill district natin kung saan may mga mills, no? May mga sugar mills, may mga offices kami diyan. Like diyan sa Bukidnon, sa North Cotabato, sa Digos, may mga mill district offices kami diyan na nagre-receive ng mga application. Ang details ibigay ko na lang sa inyo later, no?
At
Para ma-transmit ninyo sa mga participants natin na
yes po.
nag-inquire.
Thank you so much for that, attorney. Yes, we will get the details. And also, of course, to all of our viewers, now we will share to you the details about the credit program and also the information details of SRA so that you can contact them then. Okay, so now let's go to the next question. So somebody is asking po, how much of our production goes to food, energy, and other use?
Actually, ang sugar is totally for totally for food. So, ang sugar production, food. What goes to the ethanol production, by the way, ethanol natin from sugarcane, isa yan sa mga biniblend sa mga fuel natin dito locally. So, ang ethanol is derived from the molasses, which is a byproduct of sugarcane processing. So, yun po. At ang bagas na byproduct also ng sugarcane processing, meaning yun ang solid na portion ng sugarcane stalk after na extract ng juice. Yan ang ginagamit sa biopower. So, in terms of percentage, hindi ko na note down dito. Pwede ko rin yun dito sa inyo.
Yes.
Padala later.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much for clarifying that, attorney. No. So again, bioethanol is the byproduct. So the end product really is our sugar. Na
Sugar.
yes, basically food talaga siya pupunta lahat.
Yes po. Yes po.
Yes. Thank you so much for that po. Now, let's go to our next question. So, as shown in your presentation po, the production of the sugarcane is very high in Region 6. So, what are the reasons po kaya behind this? Why Region 6 really is the major producer of sugarcane and sugar here in our country?
Ang history po ng sugarcane production, actually it started from Negros because of the terrain, because of the location. Ang island of Negros kasi medyo malapad ang plain, malayo pa ang bundok. Tapos rolling siya. Tapos ang climate condition dito noon, bago nasira ang climate natin, ay ideal talaga sa sugarcane. May pronounced na wet season at may pronounced na dry season na tumutugma siya sa scheduling ng planting at harvest ng sugarcane. Kaya in short, ideal siya talaga for sugarcane farming. Kaya dito nag-umpisa na lumaki ang sugarcane farms.
Yes. Okay, so it's really the terrain po, no, and then
Yes
a lot
po.
of environmental factors
Yes
din.
po.
Sige.
Second po ang Bukidnon actually, ang Bukidnon.
Yes, kasi nga Region 10 yung sumunod sa Region 6.
Yes po.
Yeah, with the as the highest producer na rin of sugar and sugarcane. So, okay, since we've talked na about these, no, I think this is can be a follow-up question na to to the previous one that I've asked. So, are there differences in sugar quality coming from the different provinces here in the Philippines? And if yes po, what differences are these?
Wala naman po. Actually, we don't see any issue about sugar quality coming from the different provinces. Ang pinoproduce ng Bukidnon compared to Negros na quality ng sugar ay pareho lang. The same also with the sugar from Panay, and, Luzon, and other provinces in the Visayas.
I see. So yes, follow up lang attorney. So in the different provinces but do they use the same variety? And correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm using the correct term. Are they using the same variety po of sugarcane?
Hindi po masyado. Ang medyo malayo, pero sa Negros ay mga medyo old varieties pa ang ginagamit nila, like ang sa Luzon. And in Bukidnon, mostly Pilsurin varieties sila, Philippine Sugar Research Institute variety. That's a private institute na engaged also into sugarcane breeding. Yan po ang prevalent na mga varieties dyan sa Bukidnon.
I see.
Ang mga
Okay.
dito sa malapit sa research station namin, logically sila yung makapag-avail. But we are into a program na all over the Philippines we will be massively distributing the two varieties na napakita ko sa presentation ko kanina.
Yes, opo. So
Especially in Mindanao.
yes. Okay, that's good to hear po. No? And I think you're already tissue, 'di ba? Tissue culture na rin
Yes po.
talaga yung ginagamit for the for sugarcane propagation ng planting material ng ating sugarcane. So we have another question from Reynald the Hi. Good afternoon po. Since I came from Negros, where sugarcane is a massive industry, what is the stand of the government in addressing pollutants coming from the sugar industry? What are the specific another question yun, okay, let's answer muna po that first question.
Thank you very much, Reynald. Medyo ibang questions, ano? Actually, ang Sugar Regulatory Administration, although primarily ang agency concerned sa pollution is, alam natin, ang Environmental Management Bureau ng Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Pero with regards naman sa mills, particularly dito sa mga smoke emissions nila, ang SRA ang nagmo-monitor niyan. Dineputize kami ng DENR para mag-monitor, and we're regularly monitoring sa mga smokestacks emissions nila. With regards sa mga discharges nila, solids and wastewater sa DNR yun na concern. So sorry, I cannot answer for the DNR side, but from our side, pag may excessive na emission from the smokestacks at the level na lumagpas na sa limits as required by the DNR, talagang nire-report namin sila.
I see. So SRA monitors and also there is a separate monitoring then from the ANR. Tama
Yes.
po ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, okay. So if ever po ba merong mga let's say yes, reklamo or if they want to report an issue regarding these pollutants po, where should they address their issue? Pupunta po ba sila sa SRA or they can go directly na to the ANR?
Directly to DNR na po. Kasi yung sa enforcement, DNR niya.
I see. Thank you so much po, Attorney, for clearing that.
Thank you,
Still
everyone.
from Sir Reynald, what are the specific loans granted for the small scale sugarcane farmers?
Ang sa block farming na sinabi ko kanina, ang lahat ng mga assistance doon from the startup capital, sa mechanization, trainings and all that, nurseries, everything grant yun. Grant. We have a 300 million fund per year para dyan. Grant, walang mabayaran ng mga farmers. Pero dito sa socialized credit, yan ang window na para sa mga hindi qualified doon sa block farm program namin. Because ang block farm program, ano lang sila, yung mga maliliit na gusto silang mag-block. Pero yung mga individual farmers, as I said, hindi qualified sa block farming program. Dito sila sa socialized credit program. Ang socialized credit program, it's a 600 million pesos facility na dinownload namin sa land bank noon. At doon na sila mag-apply for the processing of their loan. It's a 4% per annum loan window. Pwede rin kami mag-receive ng mga applications at i-check namin kung kompleto bago namin ipasa sa land bank.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much po, Attorney, for that. I know that that was very useful no to our especially if we have farmers who are watching our live right now. Still from Sir Reynald, last question niya po ito. How can we protect the sugar farmers and sugarcane laborers against the system of the different haciendas?
Thank you po sa question na yan. It's pabalik-balik actually pabalik-balik ang question na yan. Basta sugar industry pag-usapan, program sa sugar industry, nabo-brought up ang issue tungkol sa sugar workers. Sad to say, ang SRA is not the agency concerned. We're not evading the responsibility, but the agency concerned dito sa welfare ng mga sugarcane workers natin is the Department of Labor and Employment. Specifically, ang Bureau of Agricultural Workers. At yun ang specific na agency concerned dyan. So if there are violations sa labor laws, sa DOLE yan. Kung mga benefits naman for the sugarcane workers, sa DOLE pa rin. Actually, ang lahat ng mga workers sa sugarcane farms, may tinatawag kami na social amelioration program. Ang social amelioration program ay sinusuportahan ng fund na automatically dinideduct yan sa proceeds ng produce ng mga farmers, ng mga sugarcane farmers. Bali may percentage deduction. Hindi ko lang nasabi kung how much. But ang percentage deduction na yan sa produkto ng mga sugarcane farmers, pumupunta yan dyan sa social amelioration program. At the end of the crop year, dinidistribute yan sa mga sugarcane workers in form of cash assistance. And the DOLE also, marami rin silang mga programs for the upliftment and the protection of the workers.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, attorney. So yes, so meron talag there are a lot of us so organizations and agencies that are involved with these with this issue, no? Especially DOLE and, as you've said, Bureau of Agricultural Workers then. So hopefully the situation of our sugarcane laborers and sugarcane farmers would really improve, no? And they can get out of that system then, or yes, they can be free from that system, so we can only
Uh,
hope for the best.
excuse me. Ang
Opo.
gusto ko lang ipaalam sa lahat na, di ba sa slides ko nasabi ko na 85% of our farms now, sugarcane farms, are small farmers. And those small farmers are formerly workers. Kasi sila ang mga beneficiaries ng CARP. Hindi ka pwedeng maging beneficiary ng Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program kung hindi ka actual tiller of the land. Meaning sila ang mga sugarcane workers noon na nabigyan na ng mga lupa ngayon under the program. So, sila yon, dating workers na ngayon mga farmers na.
Yes. Oo. Thank you so much for that, attorney. And yes, since we're talking na about land then, so this is another land-related question. So land conversion from sugarcane to other crops are ongoing in Bukidnon. What are the programs of SRA to discourage farmers to venture into other crops?
Land conversion from
Yes,
sugarcane to
yes po, from sugarcane to other crops daw po is ongoing daw in Bukidnon.
yes po, yes po. That's one of the issues we're facing in Bukidnon, in North Cotabato, and in Ligos. Kasi you're very lucky sa area na yan, marami kayong options. You have banana, pineapple, and very lucrative compared to sugarcane. Yan ang problema namin. That's the number one problem actually in those areas, land conversion from sugarcane to other crops. And not only land conversion from sugarcane to other uses like real estate subdivision and all that, which is happening all over the country. Now, ang sa inyo, specifically to address that problem na mag-migrate sila from sugarcane to other crops, yan ang ginawa namin ng Black Farm program namin. Kasi grant siya. So, it's also attractive. Wala silang babayaran. Lahat ng income papunta sa kanila. May mga tulong pa, tractors, implements, and all that. So, it's hopefully ma-attract sila na hindi sila mag-transfer.
Mm. Opo, oo nga. So hopefully, no, our farmers would be encouraged to still continue sugarcane farming. Kasi nga, as what Attorney Santillana have already said earlier, medyo bumababa na yung supply natin. So we really need to keep it higher then. So yes, there are a lot of programs offered by SRA, like the block farming program, which is very beneficial to our sugarcane farmers. Attorney, I think this is our last question. Okay, we have pa pala daw a few, pero this is our next question na lang pala. Of course, since it is the pandemic right now, meron po bang impact ang pandemic, ang COVID sa ating sugar industry? And what are these impacts?
Overall, ang impact sa sugarcane industry ng COVID is the reduction in in the demand for sugar and other sugar or other sugar substitutes. Kasi less na ang movement ng tao, less ang income, so ang buying power medyo bumababa. Ang problema dito sa asukal kasi mostly ng mga products na gumagamit dito ay luxury, kumbaga products, mga add-ons na lang sila sa mga after the necessities like rice, fish, and others. So sugar, soft drinks, ganyan, cakes, confectionaries. So parang at another level na pwedeng i-disregard. So malaking impact talaga ng COVID. Pero sa nakikita namin, ang price ng asukal very surprising, COVID ngayon, pero mataas siya compared to the last 3 years. Mas mataas ngayon.
I see. Okay. So still no that's good to hear na hindi yung impact niya is really not leaning onto the negative, 'di ba? Kasi most other crops kasi they really lead ang impact ng COVID sa kanila is really so negative. So that's right. And oo nga I also observe that no especially now that a lot are staying at home, daming they're trying baking, they're trying cooking, and of course sugar is really needed for that. So marami talagang bumibili. Medyo malakas din yung demand. Now po, this is a question from Sir Alexander Morados, one of our Facebook viewers. What is the status and challenges of the Muscovado sugar industry?
Another good question. Actually, we will be having a meeting with the National Organic Board tomorrow to discuss the Muscovado sugar, organic sugar. Ang, ang Muscovado sugar and organic sugar, they are not regulated by SRA. Hindi sila, when I say regulated, itong raw sugar natin produced by the big centrals, may kedans yan. Kedans sila itong mga warehouse receipts na ginagamit sa transactions. Ito naman ng mga Muscovado sugar, we're not regulating Muscovado sugar. Most of them, except for 2 or 3, mga backyard processing. So, hindi kami nagre-regulate, meaning we're not tracking the production, we're not checking the quality control. Mas independent sila compared sa raw sugar. But ang national government, BTI, NEDA, nakita nila na ito ngayon ang tumataas ang demand. Not only locally but also abroad, especially Europe. Sa Europe, I attended an assembly of organic sugar growers last week. Ang demand for their sugar sa Europe hindi nila ma-fill up by kulang sila by 30%. Kasi mga coffee shops sa Europe hindi gumagamit ng refined sugar. Halos lahat Muscovado, organic sugar. So yan ang potential ng
Yes. Kasi nga it's
needs na
already
yan.
sumisikat na rin yung Muscovado sugar,
Yes
especially
po.
towards those who because parang they dub it as healthier than our 'di ba? Parang ina-assume na healthier than our raw sugar na ginagawa. Okay. So thank you so much for that, attorney. Let's go to another question from Jean Nadumagals. Para po sa mga hindi maka-attend sa inyong seminars, meron po ba kayong mga reading materials or specifically sa recommended good management and practices in raising sugarcane na libreng maibigay sa mga farmers?
Yes po, marami po kami. At after this, we will transmit all those materials sa Xavier University para doon kayo pwede mag-access. Kung alam naman ninyo ang mga mill district offices namin, or kung gusto ninyo diretso dito sa Lagrangha research station namin and extension, pwede naman ibigay lang namin ang mga emails, ang mga addresses, but we will give the materials to Xavier University.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Yes, noted po yan, attorney. Xavier University College of Agriculture will be really happy to help our sugarcane farmers or in spreading the materials that you will send to us. Also, so ating viewers lang no, if you want to have a copy of these materials, be sure na magre-register kayo sa aming attendance so that we can get your contact information like your email addresses and your numbers para rin may bigay namin sa inyo through online. And then, as what Attorney Santillana have said, you can also visit the research stations of SRA so that pwede nyong makuha doon. But of course, if you want to be, para mas safe din and then you don't need pa to bother, we can also send it to you online. Okay, yun. So, thank you so much for that po. I think that's all the question questions that we have for Attorney Santillan. So, last request lang po namin sa inyo, Attorney, is a message to all of our viewers. So, as what is mentioned or what acknowledged earlier, marami tayong viewers from academes, but we also have viewers who are from the sugar industry, and we also have, I think, sugar farmers that are watching. So, ano po yung message niya sa kanila?
Thank you very much once again for inviting us in this forum. I was surprised na maraming interested pala sa sugar industry. And I also know na maraming hindi pa sila well-versed o hindi nila alam kung anong ginagawa ng SRA with regards to the sugar industry. So salamat for this opportunity and salamat for your interest. We are here para matulungan kayo. If you need more information, just contact us through our website or Xavier University. I treat Xavier University as one of our partners na, no? Because of this forum, and we're very thankful for that. Para sa mga kabataan at mga teachers, professors na into agriculture, salamat sa interest ninyo. Let's stay in these endeavors of ours. I encourage more endeavors and studies. I encourage more children and students to take up agriculture because kailangan tayo ng nation natin to survive. Ang personal ko na pagtingin dito sa contribution ng agriculture to the national growth, agriculture is indispensable para mag-take off ang country natin. Hindi natin kayang pilitin na maging industrial tayo or ano man by disregarding agriculture. Philippines is still an agricultural country, and Philippines has a lot of opportunity to improve on this aspect. Magagandang quality ng mga agricultural products natin. We are blessed compared to other countries, and let's take that opportunity to cultivate those blessings na ibinigay sa atin and contribute, no, to the national economy. And with that, I congratulate everybody for participating, and I congratulate Xavier University for this undertaking. Maraming salamat po.